You cannot have a life of peace and calm unless in your material world you really address those aspects. If you don't have food to eat, do you think you can sit in meditation and do meditation? No, you have to address that part of your life where you are not having that food to eat. You're not having the money to fulfill your needs. So you have to balance the spiritual part with the material world. And you have to understand that in order to change myself, I have to change certain qualities inside me. It is very important to change certain qualities inside you, like anger, like irritation. We get irritated at little things. We have a lot of intolerance. We have a lot of judgment towards others. We have a lot of ego. That needs to be changed into acceptance, as I said, into compassion, into gratitude, into love, into toleration. Sometimes some people may really trigger you. You need a lot of toleration. And the more toleration you gain, the more your soul grows. Because in this lifetime, you may have chosen someone just to learn toleration. Some people are specially able children. Why? They have come down to learn toleration and service, unconditional service. And that soul needed a lifetime where that soul needed to be taken care of, because that soul had done endless lifetimes of doing for others, but they did not receive. So they chose this lifetime. It may seem very traumatic to you, a person having a specially able child. But understand, on the soul level, they are both fulfilling what they came down to fulfill. They came down to learn. They came down to accept in this lifetime. So when you have the spiritual knowledge inside you, a lot of pain in your life easily releases. The first time I learned not to fear God, that God does not punish us. It is we who come down with this life path. The first time I was shown the cosmic computer, where I was shown every soul has a life chart. It is like a line that we draw on the Excel sheet. And it is dotted lines side by side where you can take a detour. Suppose you are supposed to go into engineering and suddenly you decide, no, I want to go into fine arts. So that line is given as a detour, as a dotted line. So your life path can change to that. The first time I saw the cosmic computer, I understood that God is not out there to punish me. It is I who have chosen all these things. And that really changed my life. Because from childhood, we are taught, bhai, pranam karo, Bhagwan paap denge, ye karenge, wo karenge. That is what is instilled into us. We are told to do rituals, we are told to do worship out of fear. We are never given the details of the rituals, like lighting a diya. Why? Why should we blow the conch shell and why should we light a diya? Everyone used to tell me. My mother used to tell me, my mother-in-law used to tell me, but they could not give me the reason. Why? Because the conch shell's vibration blows away all the virus and bacteria from your house. And the lighting of the diya pulls down the positive energy, releasing the negative energy. It's just as simple as that. But our parents, they have put a lot of rituals into us without teaching us why. And that is why we have lost faith in spirituality, in God, in religion. Because it has become a bunch of rituals without any meaning. So when we are trying to be a seeker, we have certain qualities. The first is curiosity. What kind of curiosity? Why is the world like this? Why is a sun? Why is there a moon? Why are there so many planets? Is there life on other planets? We have an endless question in our head. So people who are seekers, they have endless questions because on a deep soul level, they are multidimensional beings and they have experienced all of these things. And they know that this world is not limited to my laptop or to my house or to my office. They know it internally. And that is why they are not happy with this part of their life because it is not so limited. They understand that on the soul level. So there's a lot of curiosity inside them. There's a lot of questioning inside them. Why? And suppose they learn something. Suppose someone teaches them basics of meditation, breathing in and out. They will try to practice it. Why? because we'll try to understand what it gives to them. Most spiritual seekers are very high intellectual people, because when you develop spiritually, you develop intellectually also, because you have a lot of wisdom. Very rare intellectual people, dumb people are in the spiritual path. Generally, people who come down as dumb people, they've come down to experience that part also. What happens when I am not having a lot of intellect? They choose a different path, the bhakti path, where it is complete surrender to the divine without putting your intellect. We do not go into that Gyan Yoga when you are coming with that life purpose, that we will just do Bhakti Yoga. But generally, a seeker is a combination of Gyan Yoga, Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. All parts have to be inside you. Karma Yoga. All the 4 yogas have to be inside you to be a fully realized seeker. You have to do your work, you have to do your karma, you have to have the knowledge, you have to have the spiritual qualities of a Raj Yoga. Everything needs to be there, and you have to have the full faith of a Bhakti Yoga. Without that, a truly intellectual person cannot really understand God, because they will not be able to understand God without having understood in the intellectual level. They need it in the intellectual level. So we cannot ask a child who is very intellectual to sit in silence and just do meditation without explaining to them why they need to do it. So first of all, you have to tell them that when you are in silence, your soul will tell you what you need to address. That is one of the basics way of going inward. When you tell them that, they will sit. The children will sit and they will do the silence meditation. But you tell them, no, Mama is telling you have to do this, will not listen to it. So it always has to be a combination of intellect and all the 4 yogas before you can really achieve a spiritual level in your life. That is what I have understood. Your intellectual needs also have to be met in order to be a true seeker.